Hey guys, this is Bales. I'm at FantasyLabs looking at NBA player models, and I wanted to introduce our player liking or player pool concept where you can create a group of players who you're willing to use in lineups and then generate those lineups using solely those players. So you can see on the left-hand side here we have a liking feature. So after you've built a model that you like, you can go through and manually select the players who you're willing to use. So there's quick actions. We can unlike all, we can like all, and a like is a really simple concept. It just means that that player is eligible to show up in lineups when you generate them. So we will unlike all and then go through each position. We're looking at DraftKings, um, point guards, um, shooting guards. So we'll just randomly select a few. You can there might be times where you only want to use one player at a position and you want them in every lineup. There might be other times where you want to use 5 in a given night or 10 or whatever it is. You can go through, select those players, putting more thought in it than I am. And when you select those are the only players who will be eligible to be in your lineups. You can go to my pool tab and see the players who you selected. The others will be here in excluded. So after you've done that, you find those players, go to generate multiple lineups. There's a bunch of other parameters here. We'll select 20 lineups. You can set max exposure, things like that. Generate the lineups, and you'll have 20 lineups and only players who you chose in those lineups. And so you can select the ones that you like, save. When you hit save lineup, it will go to the new lineups tab where you can see all of the lineups that were generated. I made some others earlier. You can also see all of the exposure that you have to every player, how many lineups they're in. You can edit lineups if there's a lineup that you don't like or there's a scratch or something like that. Edit, it'll go back to the lineup builder and you can do that. And the final thing I'll say here, which is somewhat related, is when you're building lineups, you can also lock players in to create groups. So let's say that you want John Wall and Wesley Matthews and Carmelo as a group. You can save that to My Groups. It'll go to the My Groups tab here. You can see those players here. And when you go to generate multiple lineups, you'll see that there. And you can set an exposure to that. So you can say, okay, I want these 3 players in 100% of my lineups, or 50%, or 30%. So we'll do 30%. You can create multiple cores like this, and so it's really easy to get in a core that you want and then diversify around it. So we'll make 15 lineups with that as the core, and in 30% of them, and which it will be roughly 5 in this case. And you can do that, select the ones you like, and save. So that's pretty much the idea of the player likes. It's a simple way to tell us who you like in a given slate on a given site, the guys you're willing to use, and then generate lineups using only those players.